Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the Dirtywave M8, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Oliver Evergreen writes in and asks if it's possible to send audio out on the Dirtywave M8 over line and USB and separate the signals so that you can presumably do things like add some effects to a specific track or set of tracks. And we can do this. There's a few things that you want to know. First up is by default, on your mixer, everything's going to go out your audio output here. And we can send one track or all tracks out as a pre. So before it hits the mixer out, we can send everything, or we can send one track or all of your tracks. So this is going to kind of depend on what you're looking to do, how you're going to do it. But you can't just say, like, I want tracks 1 and 4. You're going to have to say either want track 1 or I want tracks 1 through 8. That's how it kind of will work. Second thing to know is this USB jack is what's considered a USB device, which means that the M8 cannot by itself talk to any other USB devices. This would be, in general, keyboards or things. Oliver was asking specifically if we're able to connect to the SP404 Mark II over our USB, and we cannot because, unfortunately, the SP404 Mark II is also a MIDI device. It needs something that is called a USB host, which is definitely going to be like a computer, your phone, your tablet. Those kinds of things will work fine. The OPXY happens to also function as a USB host or USB device, depending on what it sees on the other side of the jack. So in this case, we've got USB here to USB here, and because it sees a USB device, it's taking and connecting to the Dirtywave M8 and saying, hello, I'm here, and being able to do all of the audio and MIDI over the one cable, which is super nice. How do I have this configured right now is I've got audio out going to channel 1 on my mixer, and right now it is playing some bass, some drums, and some piano. There's a tiny bit of dissonance between the bass and the piano. It's not anything set up wrong, it's just how I've set up and loaded some of these sounds. So just ignore the slight tuning issue, but for purposes of what you want to see, how this works, we're going to go over it. So first up, what we want to do is go hold shift and up and to get into your settings here for your project. We're going to go to system settings. And if you come down here, you can see it says USB audio out. If I go all the way over, it's going to say mix. Well, as I said, we can send one track at a time, and if you have it set to where it says pre-track 1, this will basically say whatever's on track 1, which in my case happens to be drums, will get sent from here over USB here to the USB in. So let's just go exit out. If I hit play, we can see here on the mixer, it's playing, and we can still hear the drums, but the OPXY is not seeing it. I'm going to go tap here and go to the aux track, and if I just push in on the button, we all of a sudden now see it is seeing those drums, which is cool, and it's playing them here, but we end up with a little bit of a flanging or phasing issue because it's playing both at the same time. But just to show you, if I turn this down, we can see it's playing the drums, and if I take this out, it's still playing the drums. We know that, but we can hear the drums on track 1 as well. Well, what you're gonna have to do if you want to be able to separate these is go into your mixer and turn track 1 all the way to 0. Because it's set to pre, what that means is it's whatever the value or sound is that before it goes into the mixer is what is going to get passed over here. So we can hear just the drums. And now if we go flip it, we can tell drums are just on this track, not on the second track. There's a little bit of a volume issue here. I haven't done any gain staging, so technically the drums are going to be playing a little bit louder now that they're going through the OPXY, but I can now fade between the two as much as I want. Now, as I said, keep in mind, we can only send either one track or everything from here out, but now that we're doing this, I can use any effects that I want on the OPXY. I could take the OPXY, run this now from the audio out into the SP404 Mark II to get effects there and run them. So I have effectively separated them out. Is this perfect? No, But on the flip side, it does let you get that either one track that you'd like out of the M8 that you can have separated, or as I said, we can go do all of them. Like if I turn this back up to E and go up, go to system, I can go back and set it to mix. It's now sending everything out over USB. Or we can go do, you can do like mix and monitoring. You can do post mix insert. So if you wanted to basically do like an insert effect loop, you can do all kinds of fun stuff. I definitely say check out the Dirtywave M8 manual. Has all this stuff documented. Discord people talk about it plenty. So yeah, Oliver, hope this helps you out. I know it's probably not exactly what you're looking for, but should get you well on your way for using the Dirtywave M8 and at least splitting off one track so you can go do some fun effects. Thanks everybody for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.